you. Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect. So we have unit 5. Can you read, please, Sue?
Food choices.
Yes, food choices. What do you see in the picture?
Different fruit,
Girl is decided.
fruit, vegetables,
Person decided between young food
Junk food
or
and
fresh food.
healthy food, right? Healthy food. Very good. Please close your books. Let's work only with the computer. Close your books, please. Perfect. And lesson A. Sue, please read lesson A.
in food choices. In lesson A, talk about eating habits using expressions like a bottle of, a little, a few, very little, and a very few.
And very few. Yes. Danny, please.
And lesson C, talk about different ways to cook food. Talk about food using too much, too many, and enough.
Sue.
Lesson C, respond to suggestions by letting the other person decide. Refuse offers politely with expressions like no thanks and fine.
Danny.
Lesson D, read about snacks around the world and write about a dish from your country.
Perfect. So let's continue. What do you see on the screen?
Food,
Yeah. What type of food?
a bottle of milk,
What else?
a bottle of cheese,
Chips,
cereal, ketchup, bread.
Is that it? Is that everything?
Peanut butter,
bread,
chips,
cookies.
cereal.
Very good. Can you find these things in the picture? A bag of potato chips. Where is it?
Yes, it's in front
Where
of
is it?
peanut butter.
Can you mark it? Mark it, highlight it, or number it somehow. Perfect. There you go, Danny. What about a bottle of ketchup? And next, a package of cookies. Next,
Some cartons of juice.
next. Easy. Next. Very good. And the last one. Very nice. Good. Now, what other food items can you find?
Milk.
Milk. How do you, what is that?
A carton of milk.
A carton of milk. What else?
A jar of tomato sauce.
Yes. And one more?
A jar of peanut butter.
Yes, peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Very good. So have you bought any of these things recently?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Especially
What
milk.
did... Continue.
And cereal in
I have
Some
almond
bottles
milk.
of juice.
What soup?
I have about cartons of almond milk.
Okay, very good. Now, what do you see here?
More food.
Yeah, more food, but we're going to talk about food containers. Okay. What container is this? What's the name of this recipient?
Bag.
Yes, these are bags. Oh my gosh. What about this?
Bottles.
Bottles, very good. Next.
Boxes.
Nope, they are not boxes. They
Cartons.
are packages.
No.
Next.
Cartoons.
Cartons. Cartons, yes, cartons. Next.
Boxes.
Boxes.
Boxes, yes. And this.
Jar.
Jars.
Jars, very good. And this?
Cans.
Cans is correct.
Cans.
Cans. What about this?
Peas.
Slices. And
We
love.
have two sections. So what is the entire piece, the complete piece? What is it called?
Love.
Loaf. And now, what are these things called? With a knife. What do you call this thing? Slices. Yes? Tell me when you're ready, Danny.
Ready.
What did you say, teacher?
About what?
The last thing that you said, I couldn't hear you well.
What are these things?
No, you
Slices.
said something after that.
I told Danny to tell me when she was ready because she's writing things down.
Okay.
So she's writing, so I'm giving her some extra seconds to write things down. And what is this? Or what are these things?
I don't remember.
Tubs.
Top. Top.
Yeah. Next.
Sí.
Yes. What is this?
Boxes. Carton.
A can? No.
Carton.
A
Carton.
carton. Yes, a carton. But what about this? What is this?
Can.
Can.
A can, yes. And what about this?
These are
Bag.
bags.
And what about this?
Can.
Can.
And this?
Bags.
Bag. Can.
Can.
Carton.
Carton. Bottle. Two. Or
It's
bottle.
also a bottle.
Also a bottle? Okay.
Yeah.
Can.
Can.
Can. Very good. Yes, can. Now, what about this?
Can.
Can.
Jar.
Jar. Bottle.
Bottle.
Can. Back.
Back. Jar.
Jar, very good. One more time. Oh, well. What is this?
Box.
Box. It's not a carton, it's a box.
Box.
What about this?
I
Can. Hmm. What is it? A tub?
Yes, it's a tub. But what about this?
Jar.
Yes, a jar.
Tub.
And let's go for the next one. What is this?
Carton.
Carton.
Yes, yes, a carton. And this?
Jar. No.
What?
Tub.
A tub.
Tub of cream.
A tub, yes, a tub. And this?
Carton.
No, that's not a carton.
Top.
A what?
Tub.
Tub? No, it's not a tub.
Box.
Yes, it has the shape of a box, so let's leave it for a box. Okay. What about this?
Back.
Loaf of bread.
A loaf, right? It's a loaf of bread in a bag.
Okay.
A loaf of bread in a bag, yes. And
Okay.
one more. I want to ask for one more. What is this?
A bottle.
No, this is not a bottle. No.
No. Two.
Jug. Jug.
Jug.
Jug. Jug.
Jug.
Jug.
Yes, a jug. And what about this?
Container.
Yeah, what type of container is that?
Plastic container.
Sure, it's a plastic container, but it has you don't say, bring me a plastic container of mushrooms. You say a package.
Ah, yes, package.
Package, yes. Okay.
Yes.
And we also have this. What is this?
What? Bag?
And what's in the bag?
A bag of bread.
A loaf, right? But in this case, there are two.
Okay.
So it's not singular, it's plural. So you say loaves in plural, loaves of bread.
Loaves.
Good. Now, what do you think is this?
Bunch.
Lunch?
A bunch. Bunch
A bunch?
of
Ah,
bananas.
bunch. What about this? What type of fruit is that? Or vegetable?
These are onions, I think.
These are onions. Do they come in a container?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, they come in the container. They are in a bag.
Bag.
A bag.
Bag.
A bag. But what about this? Are they in a container?
No, they aren't.
No. So that's different. So let's take a look at that, okay? What do you see in the fridge?
I see jug,
A jug of juice,
jars, cans,
But of what?
meals,
Like you said, a jug of milk.
I see a jug of milk,
Yeah, continue.
cans of
jug of juice,
cola, I think, cans of
Okay.
no, milk,
cans of
What?
beer, maybe?
Mm,
Cans of
This?
beer.
No, those are juice.
No, the green.
This? Juice.
No.
No?
Um,
Where? I don't see it.
carton of pizza.
A box of pizza.
Yes, a box of pizza, bottles of
This?
juice.
This is soda.
yes. No.
Yeah, it's soda. She wants to see beer.
Beer.
Jelly jar.
A jelly jar? Okay, it's good. Now, how often does your family buy food?
We do it every quincena. I don't know how to say it in Spanish.
Every payday.
Every payday.
Every payday. What about you, Danny?
3 times in a week, maybe.
3 times a week? Wow, that's often.
Yes.
Okay. Do you buy groceries online?
No, I don't.
No, I don't. Well, yes, once or twice.
Yeah, groceries online? I didn't know that.
We've done.
What about, did you buy groceries at a supermarket?
Yes, I do.
What do
Yes.
you?
What do you have in your fridge?
Tomatoes. Cartons of milk.
What about you? So what do you have in your fridge?
Carton milk, jelly jars, tube of margarine,
Margarine.
margarine, a bottle of ketchup, a bottle of mustard, jar of water.
Okay, very
Jar
good.
of
Danny?
juice.
A jar of juice? Okay, a jar of juice. Is that it?
Yes, maybe.
What healthiest food? I'm sorry, what's the healthiest food in your fridge?
Fruits and vegetables, some meat,
Jar of water.
Is that it?
packet of Greek yogurt.
Okay, very nice. So all you gotta do is listen. Okay, listen.
What do you have in your...
What do they have in their fridges? All right, don't open your books. Okay, no books. All you have to do is listen for the food they describe. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
What do you have in your refrigerator? We visited 3 people to see what they keep in the fridge. David Freeman.
Let's see. A carton of eggs, some milk, a pound of hamburger meat, a few slices of cheese, a jar of mustard, and a little butter. There aren't many vegetables. There are just a few green peppers going bad in the vegetable drawer. I guess I should eat more vegetables.
Marta Delgado.
Oh, there's lots of stuff. There's fruit, oranges, mangoes, a pineapple, and I always have plenty of fresh vegetables, broccoli, tomatoes, and carrots. And there's a carton of orange juice and a tub of margarine. I usually buy 1% milk because it has fewer calories. And then in the freezer, there are 1 or 2 frozen dinners, but not many. We eat very few frozen meals.
Chris Kim.
Well, there's very little food in there because I eat out most nights. So there's just a loaf of bread, a bottle of soy sauce, a few cans of soda, and a jar of hot peppers. Yeah, there's not much food in the house.
Share your answers with your classmates. What do they have in their fridges? And type it on the chat, please. Let's see the answers on the chat. Very good, Danny. Very good. Continue, please. Sue? Oh, there you are. That's why I asked you to share your answers. Okay, talk to your classmates and check. Slice of cheese, a carton of milk, vegetables, fruit, mangoes, oranges, and apples, vegetable, broccoli, and milk. Okay. Are you finished, ladies?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you're finished? Okay. Now, the next question is,
What do you have in
What?
your refrigerator?
who has the healthiest food? Who do you think has the healthiest food? David, Martha, or Chris?
Marta.
Martha?
Then maybe David.
Okay, listen and check.
Marta Delgado.
What do you have in your refrigerator? We visited 3 people to see what they keep in the fridge. David Freeman.
Let's see. A carton of eggs, some milk, a pound of hamburger meat, a few slices of cheese, a jar of mustard, and a little butter. There aren't many vegetables. There are just a few green peppers going bad in the vegetable drawer. I guess I should eat more vegetables.
Marta Delgado.
Oh, there's lots of stuff. There's fruit, oranges, mangoes, a pineapple, and I always have plenty of fresh vegetables, broccoli, tomatoes, and carrots. and there's a carton of orange juice and a tub of margarine. I usually buy 1% milk because it has fewer calories. And then in the freezer, there are 1 or 2 frozen dinners, but not many. We eat very few frozen meals.
Chris Kim.
Well, there's very little food in there because I eat out most nights. So there's just a loaf of bread, a bottle of soy sauce, a few cans of soda, and a jar of hot peppers. Yeah, there's not much food in the house.
All right, please compare your answers. Who has the healthiest food?
Marta Delgado.
Martha.
Marta? All right,
She
now
has
listen.
a lot of vegetables
And Fred.
Perfect,
and fresh food.
perfect. Listen, read, and listen at the same time.
What do you have in your refrigerator? We visited 3 people to see what they keep in the fridge. David Freeman.
Let's see. A carton of eggs, some milk, a pound of hamburger meat, a few slices of cheese, a jar of mustard, and a little butter. There aren't many vegetables. There are just a few green peppers going bad in the vegetable drawer. I guess I should eat more vegetables.
Marta Delgado.
Oh, there's lots of stuff. There's fruit, oranges, mangoes, a pineapple, and I always have plenty of fresh vegetables, broccoli, tomatoes, and carrots. And there's a carton of orange juice and a tub of margarine. I usually buy 1% milk because it has fewer calories. And then in the freezer, there are 1 or 2 frozen dinners, but not many. We eat very few frozen meals.
Chris Kim.
Well, there's very little food in there because I eat out most nights. So there's just a loaf of bread, a bottle of soy sauce, a few cans of soda, and a jar of hot peppers. Yeah, there's not much food in the house.
Perfect, ladies. So you say that number 1 is slices of cheese. Is that in there? Slices of cheese. Milk. Little butter. And what else? Vegetables. And then Sue said the slices of cheese, carton of milk, vegetables. Number 2.
Fred.
Fruit. Where is it? Fruit. What else? Mangoes, oranges, and apples.
Mangoes.
No apples.
And pineapple. Vegetables, broccoli.
Mangoes, oranges, and apples.
Pineapples. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Fresh fruit, vegetables, mangoes, broccoli, some frozen foods. Vegetables. Vegetables. Broccoli
Broccoli.
and milk. And frozen food. We have frozen dinner. That's close enough. And the next one, number 3.
Bread.
Bread. A loaf of bread.
Soda.
Soda. Soda, yes. And peppers.
Peppers.
Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Well, that was a little short. But who has the healthiest food?
Marta.
Marta Delgado, very nice. Go ahead and open your books. Each person above forgot to mention two things in the refrigerator. Circle the correct words in the sentences below. So they forgot to mention two. So let's begin with him. I think his name is David, right? What did he forget to mention?
Bottle or
Carton of eggs.
kitchen.
Carton of eggs and what else?
Bottle of kitchen.
Bottle of ketchup? Are you sure? He didn't mention bottle of ketchup?
No, mustard, butter, papers.
Bottle of ketchup. So the carton of eggs and the bottle of ketchup? What is this?
No, he mentioned carton
Carton
of
of
eggs.
eggs, he mentioned.
So he mentions eggs, so not eggs. So bottle of ketchup, what else?
Cans.
What?
Cans of cola. Next to carton egg.
Yeah, what are they?
Cans, I think.
Soda.
Cans, okay. What about Marta Delgado? What did she
Cans
forget
of
to mention?
soda.
Mm,
Mm, Carton, I know. Carton of margarine.
tubes or
Loaves
margarine.
of bread.
She said
Loaf
margarine,
of bread.
didn't she? She's what?
Loaf of bread.
A loaf of
Between
bread?
pineapple and
And what else?
oranges.
Yeah, what else? One more thing. What did she forget to mention?
Packages of frozen food.
What?
Packages of frozen food.
Packages
Apples.
of frozen food?
Yes,
what about
only
Chris Kim?
said
Apples.
Apples?
I know she already mentioned them.
Okay, what about Chris Kim?
And yes.
What did he forget to mention?
Mm. Mm. Onion.
Onion?
The onion. It's an onion
This?
there.
That? So
Yes.
what I just put a square on it? Is that what you're talking about? Inside the circle?
Yes. Yes.
No, that's not an onion.
Look like
It's
it.
identical like
Bottle of juice.
that.
What is that?
What is that? It's in Martin's refrigerator. And he mentions it. He mentions
Paper?
that. What is, huh?
Mm. No, he didn't mention it.
Yes, he did.
Peppers?
Nope, not peppers.
2 for butter? No.
Butter.
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 It's the butter.
This is butter?
Well, butter and a carton of juice. Carton of orange juice.
So that's what Chris Martin forgot to mention.
Yes.
Yes.
Carton of juice.
Perfect. So let's check it out. Circle the correct words in the sentences below. Chris also has a little or a few butter.
A few butter.
A few butter. The correct expression is in the article, is in the expressions that we just read. So check it out.
A little.
A little? Is that in the book?
Yes, with David. A little butter.
A little butter. What about next? And a bottle or carton of?
Where? About who?
Number one.
David. Mm, Cans of soda?
Number one.
No, to the number 1. Carton to
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm confused. A carton of orange juice.
A carton?
Yes.
Yes, Danny, do you agree?
I didn't see it.
You can ask her where.
Yes, where?
It's in letter C, Danny. Under the image.
With David or Chris?
No, Danny, here, under the image. In your book.
Yeah, but where's the answer?
Yes.
Yeah,
And
where did you find the answer? With David, with Martha, or with Chris?
With Chris.
No, he doesn't mention that. He doesn't mention orange juice. So how do you know it's carton off?
Because the image.
Because of the image? Okay.
Yes, it looks like a carton of juice.
Very good. Okay, next, number 2. Go ahead, ladies. Go ahead, number 2, do 2 and 3, and when you finish, compare your answers, please.
Okay.
I'll be back in 1 minute, okay?
Okay.
Okay, ladies, are you finished?
Yes.
Please compare your answers.
For number 2, I have Martha also has a few.
A few.
Mm-hmm.
And the second part, loaf.
Yes, me too. And number 3, David also has a bottle.
Yes. Oh. And the second part, much.
Mm, I used many.
All right, now let me remind me again. Number 3, David also has what?
A bottle of.
A bottle of? Not bottle of. And what do you have for the next one? Much or many?
I think much.
And Yusuf?
I think many.
You think many? Okay, so we have something in disagreement. So Chris also has, let's check it out, a little butter. Yes, he has a little butter, and that is correct. A little. And a carton of orange juice. A carton. Perfect. Number 2. Martha also has a few apples. Very good. A few apples and a loaf. Very good. A loaf of bread. And David also has a bottle of ketchup. Very good. And he doesn't have much or many. All right. The answer for this, much or many food, let's see if it's here. Nope, it's with Chris. With Chris, here's the answer.
There's not much food in the house.
Much food. So the answer is much. Yes? Very good. Do you have any questions?
Okay.
No questions? Okay, so
No.
what we are
yes.
working.
Yes,
Yes, go ahead.
in the last part,
Tell me.
it's much because.
Let's check why. Let's check why. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go for the next slide and
Because
say
it's
and
uncountable,
see.
no?
Yes, it's uncountable. So we have uncountable nouns and countable nouns. Remember that? Yes,
Yes.
perfect. So when we have uncountable nouns, remember uncountable nouns? Can you give me an example? Here in the book, we have butter, food, fat. We have food again. What other examples of uncountable nouns can we think of? Milk,
Milk.
cheese, water, coffee. What else?
Soda.
So soda, yes, because that's measured differently. Anything else? Salt, okay. All of these are uncountable. When we have an uncountable noun, we use these expressions. A little, very little, less, and not much or not much. On the other side, we have countable nouns. Yes, and the examples are right here. Slices, meals, calories, vegetables. So these are in plural, and if they are in plural, they are automatically countable. What other examples can you think of? Besides the slices, oranges, what else?
Pineapples.
Pineapples. What else?
Carton.
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes. Anything else?
Bottle
Broccolis.
What, Sue?
or
Can you repeat?
carton?
Cartons,
Bottle,
bottles. I'm gonna give you
cup, bag,
one that's here is right here in the slide, but you might not see it. Kilos. Yes, it's countable because it's plural. When we have a countable noun, we use these expressions: a few, very few, fewer, or not many, or not many. Yes. On the other side, we have the food containers. We already checked this, right? We checked a carton of orange juice, a loaf of bread, and in plural, we have a carton singular, 2 cartons plural. A loaf singular. Look at the spelling. 2 loaves. Check how the spelling is different from plural to singular. Danny and Sue. And they're pronounced the same with the exception of the S. So this in singular is loaf, and in plural, loaves. Loaf, loaves. Yes?
Okay.
Very good. What other containers do you have? Do you remember?
Jar.
bag,
We checked 9. So let's see if you can remember all 9. We have carton,
bag,
bread, loaf, and yes, bag. Continue.
package,
What?
package,
Package.
Can.
jar,
Can, jar,
Boxes.
boxes. 2 more.
tube,
Tub,
top,
top. 1 more.
Job. Jog.
Jug. Okay, I wasn't expecting that one, so there's still 1 more. You mentioned it earlier. It's in the plural nouns that you have the examples on the screen. What container is in the plural nouns? What
carton.
we have
No.
carton on the green
We
with the
have
green.
after the-
No, Danny?
jar? I know.
No.
Quartz.
Bottles.
Yes, bottle.
Yes, bottles. There you go. So those are your containers. Yes, and they are also nouns, okay? The other thing we have, ladies, is weights and measurements. So weights are these: a liter. No. I'm sorry, not weights. A weight would be the kilo or a pound. A kilo is a kilogram. Those will be weights. And the other one will be the measurement. Will be a liter or a quart. That will be a measurement. That will be volume. So this is for reference, okay, ladies? 1 liter is equal to 1.1 quarts. And 1 kilo is equal to 2.2 pounds. What happened? What did I do? There, I don't know why I erased it. There. These are your measurements. There. Perfect. Do you have any questions?
No, teacher.
No. So why do we say much food? Because food in singular is an uncountable noun. And with an uncountable nouns, we use much. There's not much food in the house. Yes? Perfect. So if you don't have any questions, let's practice. Common errors. Don't use a little, much, or many plus of. So don't use a quantifier like this, a little, much, or many plus of. For example, there isn't much cheese. Not there isn't much of cheese. So in other words, it could be a little cheese or not much cheese or many tomatoes, but not many of tomatoes, okay?
Teacher,
What
but
do you see?
can I say
Go ahead.
a bottle of water?
Yes, a bottle of water, that's a container. A bottle of water. But you don't say a little of water. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So instead of a little of, just say a little water. Because this is a container and this is a quantifier. Yes, there is a difference, okay?
Okay.
All right, next. What do you see here on the screen?
Package.
A package, very good. A package of
Cookies.
cookies. What about here? Is there a package?
No.
A box?
No.
A bag? So how do you describe this then? There is no container. So if there is no container, how do you describe? On the plate, on the table, there are
Some cookies.
Cookies.
a few. Or some
Few
cookies is also correct, Sue. Some cookies or a few cookies.
Okay.
Tell me when you're ready.
The first slide, it was a package of cookies. Yes. A few.
Next.
Yes.
And then this is a few cookies. What about this? Are they the same quantity? 3, 6, 8 cookies is the same as here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cookies.
No.
Is that the same? No.
No.
So
Fewer?
these
Very
are
few cookies.
Fewer.
cookies. Notice the difference. A few cookies, fewer cookies. Next.
Yes.
And now I only have 2.5 or 3 maybe. What do you call
Very
that?
few.
Very few. Very good.
few.
Very few cookies. Next. And this,
Yes.
not many. This is also like a synonym of
Very few.
yeah, some, a few, or very few. Yeah, it's the same. In other words, okay?
Okay.
So we have the countable nouns.
Synonym of few, some, and what?
Some, few, and very few. Some, a few, or very few.
Okay.
All right, so with countable nouns, we have a few, very few, fewer, and not many. So we have a few slices of cheese. Look how we have a cheese, but cheese is not countable. Why is it here? If cheese is not countable, why do we have it here in this table?
Because it's
We are
because
talking
we
about slices.
Because slices is countable. Yes. Yes, Danny?
yes, teacher.
Very good. What about we eat very few frozen meals? Very few, not a lot. Yeah. Skim milk has fewer calories. Remember, what is fewer?
Yes.
What is fewer?
Less than a few.
It's a comparative, right?
Yes.
So this is correct. The skim milk has fewer calories, or you can continue with than regular milk. Yeah, that's what it means. Yes? And this means regular milk has more calories than the skim milk. Correct? And the next one is there aren't many vegetables. More examples. With a few, very few, fewer, and not many. I can tell you we drink a few glasses of water. And I can continue here saying a day. Beautiful birdie. He's happy. They need very few sodas for dinner. Junk food has fewer vitamins than fruit. There are not many cookies in the house. Can you give me different examples, please, ladies? Remember, we're working with a few, very few, fewer, and not many. Give me different examples, please. Don't worry about the verbs. You can change the verbs. Nothing?
There is apples in the fridge.
There is?
Sorry, there are
Continue.
a
There
few
are.
apples in the fridge.
Very good. There are a few apples. Very good. Another one?
We have very few vegetables in my fridge.
Very nice. Yes. Can you think of another one, or should we jump to the next one?
There I ate not many calories this morning.
Very good. Very good. Okay.
I have fewer fruits than vegetables.
Okay. Yes, I have or I eat fewer fruits than vegetables. That's actually good. Now let's work for the uncountable. Uncountable nouns. We have a little, very little, less, and not much. Yes, we have a little butter in the fridge. Continue. The next one, please, Sue.
There's a very little food.
No,
Oh, yes, sorry. There's very little food.
there's
Equal,
very
not a
little.
lot.
Danny, next.
I'm trying to eat less fat.
Very good. And the last one, Sue. We have a little, very
I'm
little.
trying to eat less fat. Oh, no, sorry. Host.
A little, very little, less, and not much. For example, I eat a little sugar. Notice, no of, no only a little sugar. He buys very little salt. She gets less meat. There is not much milk. So we have uncountables, no S, no plural. And they are straight, a little sugar. Very little salt, less meat, not much milk. Yes? All right, can you give me a different example, please?
I drink a
Okay.
little water.
Yeah, very nice. Continue.
Mm,
I bought very little almonds.
Very nice. That's an exception, but very good. Very good. Continue, please.
She has less oil.
Okay, very good. And the last one?
There is not much water on the bottle.
Actually, that was perfect.
Sorry, in the bottle.
Good, in the bottle. All right, so now what do you see in the picture?
A carton of milk.
A carton of milk. So we have the complete package or container, and the container name is carton. And we have a singular carton, so it's a carton of milk. I'm sorry. And here, what is this?
A glass
of milk.
Milk.
A glass, I know. But in the quantifiers, we have a little milk. Yeah, the quantifiers we're working with. A little milk. And then, what is this?
A few.
A few
No.
milk.
A few. We're not working with a few.
Oh,
This is
yes,
uncountable.
very little.
So what is this?
Very little milk.
Very little milk. Okay. What about the next one?
Not much.
Sure, not much, but I have another one before that, which is less milk
Less milk.
and
Okay.
not much milk.
Much.
Not much.
Yes.
Teacher,
Very
can
good.
you go back, please, to the other slide? Yes, thank you.
Finished?
Yes,
Okay, so when we have the food containers, what container is this?
I can.
A can of
Spaghetti.
and meatballs.
spaghetti.
Spaghetti and meatballs. What is this?
A bottle of oil.
A bottle of oil. Yes. What is this?
A carton. No, a box of macaroni.
Yes, a box of macaroni and cheese. What about this?
A bottle of ketchup.
Bottle ketchup. What about this?
A jar of
A jar
Tostitos.
of Tostitos. Ah, salsa.
Yes, a jar of salsa. And what about this?
A kind of bubble beet.
This albacore, something like tuna. But anyways, let's go for this one. What is this?
And
H.
A tub. A tub of, and this you call it like that, spam.
A
let's
tub.
A tub of spam. Yeah, that's a mark. That's ham. But if you say tub of ham, they're not going to understand you. American people won't understand. They won't. They will think you're wrong. So if you tell an American person a tub of spam, they will know. Ah, yeah, ham. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And on the other side here, do we have containers?
Yes.
What
Yes.
containers do you see? Tell me the containers.
Bottle of water or soda.
bottle,
And cans.
carton,
Jars.
What other things do
Carton
you
of
see
bag,
that are not in a container?
tomatoes.
vegetables,
How do you
apples,
describe that? What's in the basket? In the basket, there is a carton of eggs, a jar of fruit, a bottle of water, a can of soda, of soup. What else? What about this? What is this?
some
Apple.
apple,
Some, but we're not working with some. What are we working with?
An apple.
I think this is an apple too. So there are 3 apples here.
No, it's a lemon.
It's an orange?
Yes.
Okay.
few apples,
What?
few apples,
A few. A few.
a few,
A few apples.
a few
Continue.
apples,
Some
What about-
tomatoes.
What about lemons?
Uh,
very few lemons,
few lemons.
Lemons. Very few lemons. Very nice. What about carrots?
very few carrots,
Very few carrots. Very good. Okay.
many potatoes,
Many potatoes. Okay. Very nice. Now, here, let's go one by one. We have a jug of milk. Yes. A loaf of bread. A carton of eggs. A package of spaghetti. A jar of, what is this?
Tomato. No.
Tomato sauce.
No.
A few bananas. And a little lettuce. Yes? Notice how here, in this description I have, this is a container. This is a description.
In the bananas.
Yes. These are containers. But what about the other one? Is this a container?
No quantifiers.
It's a quantifier. And this?
Two.
Quantifier. Very nice. So let's go for the last one. Choose the correct words to complete the sentences and then compare with the partner. Let's do one together. In my refrigerator, there's always a jar or a jar of.
Teacher,
A
can you
jar
hear
of-
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
One more time, ladies. In my refrigerator, there's always a jar or a jar of. What is the correct expression?
a jar of,
A jar of.
A jar of, that's correct. And on the next one is a quarter of or a few.
A few.
A few.
That's incorrect. Milk is not countable. So it's not a few.
Oh,
It's a
A
quarter
quart
of.
a quarter?
Yes, remember what is a quart? Check on your grammar
Yes,
chart.
I know.
What is a quart? A quart is almost equal to a liter.
Yes.
All right, now continue. Complete everything else and then compare your answers. Are you ladies finished?
Yes.
Compare your answers, please.
Mm,
In number 2, I have back edge of, and the second part a back of.
yes, me too. Number 3. Number 3, I have a few and a little.
Yes, me too. And the other one I have, the number 4 I have very little and very few.
Yes, me too.
You have
Number 5, I have less and much.
I have less and many.
For number
And the
6,
number 6, I have less and a few.
yes, me too. Number 7, I have a little.
Yes, me too. And 8, I have loaf, loaf of, and some cartons of, and a few slices of, and a few.
Yes, me too.
Ladies, so in my refrigerator, that's number 1. There's always a jar of and a quart of. Number 2, what do you have?
Pack a
Package of, a pack of,
A package of, not package of.
yes, a package of.
A package of and
A bag of.
a bag of. Number 3, a few
A few
and
and a little.
a little. Hello. Number 4,
number 4, very little,
very little, not very few. And
and very few.
that is correct, very few, not very little. Next, number 5,
Less
and
and many.
less and many. Next, number 6,
less and a few.
very good. Next,
A
A
little.
little, and next,
Loaves of,
and
cartons of,
and
a few slices of,
and the last,
and a few eggs.
perfect. Let's see, what time is it? Can you? No, we're finished for today, ladies. Do you have any questions?
No, teacher.
No?
Mm-mm.
How was the class?
I liked it. I correct something.
Okay. So please make this the homework. Make the sentences true for you. So in my refrigerator, there is a jar of, a bottle of, and a liter of, etc. So is this activity, but what you're going to change, of course, with the correct expressions, what you're going to do is change the noun. Okay, change those things. Yes,
Okay.
ladies? Only change the nouns, but of course, use the correct nouns. Remember that you have to check countable and uncountable. Okay? Do you have any questions, ladies?
No, teacher.
No, that's okay.
All right, very good. That will be the homework for tomorrow, and tomorrow we'll check your answers and we'll continue, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank
Okay,
you. How was the class?
It was really good.
Did you learn something new?
Yes, but this topic is difficult.
It's difficult?
Yeah.
Well, we'll go over it a little bit again tomorrow so we can get more practice. And don't forget to practice more on the platform, okay?
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies. Have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
See
Bye.
you, teacher.
Bye, guys.